welcome back to the show. Spring is coming and it's a time to refresh and reset, but not just for nature, for us too.
That's right. March Mindfulness is an opportunity to practice ways to have a more calm, regulated, and joyful life. Here to talk with us about it, Kat Palms and Jenna Morris. Ladies, thanks so much for being here.
Thank you, guys.
We want to get into the background that you guys bring to this, but also, the specific events that are coming up. But first, let's start with the basic overview, the basic idea. What is March Mindfulness?
Well, it started with the idea of March Madness, which Kat and I are not really big basketball people, but we wanted to celebrate something for March, and mindfulness is a big part of our lives as wellness coaches, as a wellness podcast leader, and yoga teachers. So we have a challenge that we wanted to pose to our community and beyond to bring more mindfulness into your life.
Tell us a little bit about that challenge. How does this work?
Yeah, sure. We've got different practices online that are self-led. So we have breathwork practices. We have different nervous system tools that you can use to bring more mindfulness into your life. And we've divided it week by week so that participants can spend 5 to 10 minutes a day just instilling some new habits into their life, all online.
Mm-hmm. We'll have a couple live calls where we create community too and ask questions kind of real time.
Nice.
And throughout the challenge, we have available to contact us if they need questions or answers on things.
Perfect. So it's not just a challenge, it's also kind of a support group.
A little coaching involved in there too.
That's awesome.
Kat, we've had you on the program before, but
Building
give
a
us,
community around mindfulness, yeah.
yeah, give us a little bit of your background, Kat, and Jenna, you as well. How did each of you get into doing something like this?
Yeah. Well, Jen and I are both, as she shared, wellness coaches, yoga teachers. We lead retreats around the world. And we're thinking about growing our community and how great it would be to do that together. So we kind of launched a podcast called the Well Refined Podcast, where we share our tips, tricks, self-reflection, and how we're kind of refining wellness as we grow, as we age.
Mm-hmm.
From there, this passion for sharing mindfulness kind of launched this challenge. And we're on episode today, 8 of our podcast that launched this morning. We post a show every Wednesday.
Yeah.
Now, what is mindfulness? I mean, you hear this term used quite a lot to discuss a lot of different topics as far as wellness is concerned, having to do with the brain.
Mm-hmm.
But what is mindfulness? Can you kind of demystify this a bit for us?
I think of it in a reduced way as simply awareness, bringing more awareness into your life and more intention into your life. And we can do that by slowing down. So the tools that we offer are things that will help you regulate your nervous system so you can slow down. If you're anything like me, I feel like I wake up every morning and I'm like, I gotta go, I got a million things to do. And then I feel like the Energizer Bunny and I'm exhausted at the end of the day. So mindfulness is just bringing a little more intention into how we move about our lives and how we connect with other humans that we interact with.
And a lot of our practices that we share, we call this an off the mat challenge. A lot of the things you can get from a yoga practice, you can get from an exercise regimen, but these are shorter intentional things you could do at any time throughout the day that takes that urgency away, takes that like frantic energy away and lets you reset to really feel, you're in charge of how you are in that moment, anytime.
Grounded.
Yeah, feel a little
Present.
bit more grounded.
Right.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay, so the concept makes sense, but in terms of the benefits, the long-term effects, I mean, how does this help? Let's say someone signs up for this March Mindfulness. What are you expecting, to change as far as habits go, maybe by the end of the month?
Yeah, great question. That's why we made it month long. There's a lot of research on how habits develop, but we know that it takes time. So when we have something that's daily instilled into our lives in little snack-sized bites, not something that's huge that you have to tackle every day, but we hope that then tracks through the remainder of life, not just in March, but beyond.
Now,
Yeah.
this is something that I imagine is difficult to kind of start that journey, take those first steps along the path. So what are typically some roadblocks that people experience when trying to get started in expanding their mindfulness?
I think that sense of urgency, that franticness, you feel like you don't have time to slow down. And it's really just making time that will give you more time.
Even some of the things we offer can be done when you're driving in the car, you're sitting at a stoplight. So we're trying to offer different ideas for how you can weave it into your life for those moments in that roadblock where you feel like, I don't have time to sit down and meditate right now. Well, that's okay. We're going to give you things that you can implement in your daily actions.
And then when you use these techniques, everything you do, the ripple effect is you're calmer, you're more centered when you're dealing with kids, when you're dealing with work, when you're dealing with school. You just start from a more grounded place so you can show up better everywhere else.
Gotcha.
Man, that makes a lot of sense.
It does.
All right, so this kicks off the 1st of March, but it runs all month long. If someone's interested in signing up, learning more, getting involved, how do we do that?
Yes, you can head to bewellwithjenna.com/march-mindfulness. And you can start anytime, really. Of course, we'll have the kickoff this weekend, but the content will be accessible through the end of April too, because we know life gets in the way and you might need a little more time to do all the little snack size bites. So yeah, you can head to our website, sign up anytime. We have our first kickoff call on Sunday.
Perfect.
And the calls are not mandatory. You can watch them recorded as well if you can't make our live calls.
Okay.
Oh, gotcha.
I was going to say, I know you touched on it at the beginning, but just maybe reiterate for us the variety of those daily events. I mean, this is by design, it's not repetitive, the same thing day after day.
100%. We even have it themed by weeks.
Yeah, our first week is on nervous system regulation. So we'll have different videos. Some are on breath work, some are on movement, some are on different tools that help you regulate, like creating certain sounds as you pause. And the second week is on our 5 senses. So using one sense per day to really heighten it to help us stay grounded and present. And then we're working on the body, and then we're working on the mind. So we'll have articles, videos, just all sorts of different things that are tailored to all the different learning styles in life as well.
Oh, wow.
That sounds great.
Yes, it does.
Well, Jenna and Kat, thank you guys for being with us. It's great to see you. Really enjoy hearing about that, and hope people will take advantage of it.
I hope you guys sign up too.
Yeah, we'll see you there.
bar-
You can
Full of
take it and lead
mindfulness.
a little mindfulness tip on each Good Day Northern Michigan show.
See, my problem is I can't even focus long enough to go sign up. So I'm going to have to work on that first, one baby step at a time.
One baby
but
step
yes,
at a time.
You guys
We
are awesome.
understand.
Thank
Thank
you
you for
guys.
this
Thank you
opportunity.
so much for being here today.
Good to see you.
Thank you.